Did you know that more than 1 out of every 4 seniors over the age of 65 live alone? And that number actually increases as people get older. And the truth is, this is one of the main reasons why so many people are choosing to live in 55 and older communities. So in this video, I want to talk about what it's really like living alone in one of these communities and why they can be such a great fit. Hi, my name is Casey, and I'm a realtor here in Southern California, and I specialize in helping people buy and sell homes in 55 and older communities like Trilogy, Glen Ivy, and the community of Terramor here in Corona. And if you're trying to figure out whether this lifestyle is right for you, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Now, I post new videos every week about housing issues that are important to seniors. Okay, now if you're starting to explore 55 and older communities, there's one issue that will become pretty obvious right from the start, and that's the fact that women definitely outnumber men in these communities. And it's very common to find a large number of residents that are single, widowed, or divorced. But that's why these communities can be such a great fit. So let's jump in and let me show you why. Now, number 1, let's look at the numbers. Now, here's something that a lot of people don't realize, but it does help put things into perspective. Now, nationwide, about 26 to 28% of people over the age of 65 live alone. So that's about 1 out of every 4 seniors. And if you look at people over 80 years old, that number climbs to over 40%. So this isn't a small portion of people. It's a significant portion of the population. And when you factor in things like losing a spouse or going through a divorce later in life, you'll start to understand why so many people in 55 and older communities are living on their own. And number 2, women drive the numbers. And this is something a lot of people don't think about. But in the United States, the reality is women do live longer than men. Women on average live to be 81 years old, while men tend to live to be 76 years old. And because of these numbers, there are simply more women than there are men as we get older. And when you break this down even further, it means that about 1 in 3 women over the age of 65 live alone, and about 1 in 5 men live alone. And in many 55 and older communities, you'll often see these numbers even higher. But the truth is, you'll find a large number of single women living alone in most 55 and older communities, and it really does shape the social dynamics in these neighborhoods. Number 3, built-in opportunities to connect. Now here's where this becomes a huge advantage. Now in a typical neighborhood, it can be hard to meet people, especially if you're living alone. But in a 55 and older community, the environment is designed differently. You'll have clubs and social groups, fitness classes, and all kinds of activities and events happening every single day. So instead of feeling isolated, you'll have opportunities to connect built right into your community. And this really can be great if you're living alone. And number 4, people at the same stage of life. Now, another big benefit is that you're surrounded by people in a similar stage of life as you. A lot of residents are retired or semi-retired, and many have very flexible schedules. And in most cases, they'll have similar life experiences as you. So it's just easier to build friendships and relationships. Now, it's kind of hard to explain, but you're connecting with people who are in the same phase of life as you, and it really does make connecting with people a lot easier. Number 5, staying active. Now, living alone can sometimes lead to a more quiet and less active lifestyle. But in these communities, everything is right there. It's easy to join a class, go to the gym, meet friends, or just to get out and be around other people. Or if you see an event in the community schedule that catches your eye, push yourself to go. You'll find people at these events that are very kind and will make you feel welcome. Number 6, looking out for each other. And this is one of those things that I hear about all the time in 55 and older communities. And that is that people really do look out for each other. Neighbors check in. Friends notice if someone hasn't been around for a while. And there's a sense of community that you just don't find in a traditional neighborhood. And I have to say, this really is one of the biggest reasons why so many people love these communities. And if you live alone, it's nice to know you're not the only one. You'll find plenty of people in the exact same position. And it's very common for other singles to connect and to look out for each other. And number 7, a fresh start. Now for many people, this might be the biggest benefit of all. Now if you've lost a spouse, gone through a divorce later in life, or you're just entering a different phase of life, a 55 and older community can really offer you a fresh start. So for someone that's been through a lot and is looking to get back out there, these communities offer plenty of opportunities to get involved in activities and events that can really help. And finally, number 8, the honest truth. Now I want to be really clear about one thing. Now, just because you move into a 55 and older community, it doesn't automatically mean that you're going to have a busy social life. The people who really benefit from this lifestyle are the ones who get out and get involved. And there are plenty of opportunities to get involved and to be active, but it's up to you to take advantage of it. And I've seen some people get involved right from the start and they really thrive. But I've also seen people keep to themselves and shy away from the social activities. And that's fine too if that's what you're looking for. But if you want to get involved, sometimes you have to push yourself outside your comfort zone. But I can promise you this, if you do, you'll quickly find your place in the community. So when you look at the numbers and you combine it with the lifestyle that these communities have to offer, it really starts to make sense why so many people who live alone choose to live in a 55 and older community. And for a lot of people, it's not just about buying a home. It's about staying connected, active, and engaged with other people. And a 55 and older community can be a great option for this. So if you're someone who's living alone and you're thinking about what the next chapter of life looks like, a 55 and older community might offer more than you think. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. Do you see this as a benefit? Or is living alone in a 55 and older community something that just doesn't appeal to you? Drop a comment down below. And just so you know, I do read every single one. Now thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.